guys, so I hope you're doing well. I've seen this flying around YouTube and it is called the anti-haul. So these are things that you've seen on social media that everyone's raving about, that's about to launch, or may have already launched, and you're thinking to yourself, I am not going to spend my hard-earned cash on any of those things. This was started by someone on here called Kimberly Clark, and I've seen a couple of other videos flying around as well, so I thought I'd do my own take on this, and believe me, I do have quite a list of stuff to show you. Obviously, I don't have them because I did not want to buy them, so I will be putting like a picture somewhere in the video just to show you what they look like, just in case you've never heard of them. So here we go. The Anastasia Beverly Hills Aurora palette. Now, this is a highlighting palette, and for some reason, I feel like they have a lot of highlighting palettes. It's ridiculous. Every single week there's like a new palette coming out, and it's like I really can't keep up. Like, I really cannot keep up. A lot of them already work well, so why bring out more? Especially when like a lot of them are quite similar as well. I'm not sure which one came out first, but they did do a collaboration with Nicole Guerrero. So she had her palette and then the Aurora palette. And for this particular palette, I was looking at it thinking, where will I be wearing any of these colors to? Like, what am I doing with blue, green and purple highlight? Where would you ever see me with wearing blue highlight, green highlight, purple highlight? It makes no sense to me. I said to myself, no. There's no point making a palette. I think there's about 6 colors where you can only use like one of the shades. It makes no sense. So I said, nope. That will be definitely a waste of money, and I don't intend to get that or, you know, purchase that. For the price that they're going for, you want to be able to use it frequently, and they are not practical shades in the slightest. The next thing is the Nikkietutorials Ultra collaboration collection. So everybody knows who Nikkietutorials is. She's amazing on YouTube. Obviously, she did a collaboration with Ultra, and they came out with 1 highlighter and 3 liquid lipsticks. So just from the onset, looking at the highlighter for instance, it has 3 different shades, and with a trio like that, you normally tend to like mix the 3 to get your own like another custom shade, or use individual shades in there. Sometimes it's difficult to be able to just pick one shade because your brush will touch the other shades, and they are so completely different to each other. I feel like they are just not gonna work. They're not going to work. I don't see it working at all. And then she has 3 liquid lipstick shades. I think 2 of them are metallic. She has like a metallic orange, metallic brown, and then a very pale pink, and it's just not universal in the slightest. I kind of wish that for those who might have wanted or could afford the entire collection, I kind of wish there was an option to buy the products individually. So, you know, just to test them out, because imagine buying the entire thing and nothing works for you. That would be quite a bit of a waste of money. So for me, I didn't feel like they really did anything for me. I don't see myself wearing a metallic orange shade, and the metallic brown just didn't look great, and the pink was just a pale, very pale pink, and it just didn't work. I feel like the Ultra liquid lipsticks are quite similar to the ColourPop satin lipsticks, and those are like, what, $6? So if you want literally the exact same consistency, the exact same quality, I'd go for the ColourPop one. KYLIE Cosmetics blushes. Now, KYLIE has been going crazy, bringing out different collections, different products as time has gone on. She just feels, I don't know, she feels like she just needs to get everything out, you know, all at once. But she came out with a bunch of blushes, and they looked pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, they looked very opaque, very bright and bold. Obviously for dark skin tones, those reds and oranges will look amazing on our skin tones, even the really dark pink as well. But $20 for each one, and they look so big, but when you look at them, they're actually not that big, and I just felt like it just wasn't worth it for the price. I've seen videos saying they're not very pigmented, and they just looked like they would be really opaque and very pigmented and bright and bold, and it was not like that. I felt like for $20, I don't see myself spending $20 on a blush. And then you have to think of shipping, and then the whole thing about people getting empty packaging and empty products and stuff like that, which was such a shame. I feel like they're just shipping I feel like they're just producing things and just pushing them out there and not really looking at quality and everything just to say that they have products out. And I feel like she should spend more time on that, making sure there's no mistakes. Like, how do you ship out empty packets, like empty boxes? It makes no sense. The Huda Beauty highlighters as well, I'm gonna pass on that because I feel like she makes amazing products. I now own her rose gold palette. I don't have any of her liquid lipsticks, but I know that a lot of people said that they're really good quality. But for the highlighters, I don't feel like I need it. I don't feel like I don't feel like it's a must-have from the way it looks and everything. And I just decided I don't feel like I need to get it. I think highlighters are becoming like so many of them out there, a lot more affordable and stuff like that. So I didn't feel like it really spoke to me or drew me to want to purchase. The next one is the Jeffree Star and Manny MUA collaboration. Now, they're both YouTubers. I'm sure a lot of you know about them. I'll put their picture in here somewhere if you don't know. And this is what they, collaborated to come out with. It consists of a highlighter or illuminator and 2 liquid lipsticks. The highlighter, I just don't see it working for my skin tone. The 2 liquid lipsticks, there's Daddy and I'm Shook. People say that word so many times. I haven't been able to really relate to it, but so when people say it, sometimes it's just like, not every day saying I'm shook. But yeah, the one that's called I'm Shook, it seemed like it could work on my skin tone. The other one, not sure. I just wasn't really like, yes, I'm gonna reach out and get it. I just felt like both shades weren't like something I don't have already, and the highlighter just wasn't gonna work for me. The illuminator wasn't gonna work for me either, so another skip. Next one is the Violet Voss Matte About You palette. I feel like there's so many of these kind of palettes already out. Also, I'm kind of on the fence with their Ride or Die palette. There's so many of the shades in that palette that look the same. And if you own the Morphe 350, you're literally set for any sort of neutral palette. And I just feel like you do not need that palette, honestly. And then you have the Ride or Die palette as well, which kind of has similar shades in the Holy Grail palette and their other one, and I just feel like, again, it's a massive palette. You don't need that palette too. I love the Violet Voss Holy Grail palette. I use that palette a lot. I also have the Violet Voss Laura Lee palette, and those are really good palettes. I just don't feel like I need the Matte About You, and possibly not the Ride or Die palette either. Now, another palette which was actually sent to me, I also feel isn't necessary, is the new Morphe Palette 35R. I actually have it with me, so I thought I could show it to you. Again, another neutrals palette, which I feel like is so unnecessary. I'm not quite sure why they felt the need to bring out another one. I think they have something else similar to this. Again, if you have the 35O palette, it is very similar. They have a lot of browns, a lot of the gold, and they're all quite similar in shades. So this, again, fair enough, I didn't buy it. I just feel like this isn't a must-have, so you can definitely skip on this one. They have so many other palettes that I feel have a combination of different shades and a lot more versatile. This are all very similar. The next one is the KKW Kylie and Kim Liquid Lipsticks collaboration, coming out, is it today or tomorrow? Again, those are like literally 4 nude shades. Skipping that because I know for a fact that would not be black girl friendly, and they look very similar to each other, so skip definitely. The Anastasia Beverly Hills lip paints, again, it's not practical. I feel like for someone who isn't a makeup artist, you don't need that because there's so many shades in there that you probably wouldn't even wear, and you can't really carry that around with you. Like, it's not practical, it's not travel friendly. So again, I don't really see the need for that palette to have. If you're just a makeup junkie, then you like just buying makeup for the sake of it, then sure, go ahead. But for me, I don't see that being practical. I can't see myself going out, say to a bar, and I want to touch up my lipstick and then bringing out this massive palette and then trying to touch up, like, it's just not gonna work. It's the Becca Chrissy Teigen collaboration as well. It reminds me so much of the Becca and Jaclyn Hill palette, face palette, and everything else. So again, I didn't really see the need for it, if I'm honest. So that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I will definitely be doing more videos like this when new things come out. I feel like the way the beauty world works now, like, everyone is really like pressured to get things because it's like out there, it's a big hype, but it's not by force. Like, it's actually not by force. And even myself, who is meant to be, this is what I do for a living, this is what I do for a job, I am not obliged or obligated to buy anything. If I don't feel like it's going to be worth my money and worth actually going to be used, there's no point. I have literally a truckload of stuff behind me of makeup that I don't even use, and I'm trying to like do a massive clear out and a giveaway and stuff like that, so I don't feel like I have to buy everything because everyone's using it, and it's my honest opinion. Let me know in the comments if you agree with anything I've said today, or if you have some new products that I might not have mentioned that you definitely won't be spending your money on. Let's have a little chit chat down below. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.